Well, at the risk of you thinking that I am a closet Catalonian, I do want to just say once again that I am not from Spain. I have no vested interest in Catalonia or in Barcelona or in Madrid or in any part of Spain at all. I just find it interesting to note how adamant the Spanish government is, now involving President Trump as well, in trying to tell the people of Catalonia that they not only should not, but cannot vote for independence. A part of this, of course, has to do with the interpretation of the Spanish Constitution, which says that basically you really are not allowed to not be a part of their organization. That by point of fact, by being born in Spain, wherever Spain happens to be on the borders, and if it happens to include Catalonia, well, guess what, you Catalonians, you are Spaniards, and you cannot choose to not be Spaniards. This is the same basic argument that people use all the time to justify borders. And people tell me, oh, you don't like it, why don't you leave? You can't. That's the whole point. There is nowhere on the planet that you can go if you don't want to be ruled by someone. Think about that. Every single place on the planet is claimed by somebody, drawing lines on a map and saying, this is XYZ country. And if you're born there, that makes you an XYZian. Really? What if I don't want to be one? You see, people come to America, they want to become Americans. We let them in, we make them study a few bits of history, make them recite a few various words written down by men that are long since dead, and say, congratulations, now you get to be an American. Well, what if their country doesn't want them to be an American? Do they have the right to go over and say, no, you can't leave? Well, that's basically what the country of Spain is doing to the entire region of Catalonia. And now instead of using the legal system, because that's failing, instead of using the political system, because that's failing, now they are simply using brute force. They're sending in police. They've already arrested dozens of elected officials. Can you imagine if your entire city council was arrested because they dared to have a vote that somebody in your state government didn't like? Well, the fact that you've got President Trump joining alongside the Prime Minister of Spain to denounce Catalonia and those who are calling for the independence referendum lets you know exactly how President Trump feels about your own freedom. Think about that for just a moment. You do not have the right to declare your independence from anybody who claims jurisdiction over you. Let that sink in for just a moment, and if you want to engage me on the subject, send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com.